What's up, y'all? My name's Sean. I go by Taylor Exchange on YouTube, and if you're new to the channel, I'm a full-time clothing reseller on eBay, and today, why do I have a toy guitar in my hand? Well, the reason I have this guitar in my hand is because it's a very expensive guitar. Believe it or not, this toy guitar sells for $100 shipped on eBay, and I paid $299. Why did I pay $299 for this whenever I sell clothes full-time? Well, the reason I paid for this guitar is because I overheard a thrift store volunteer talk about this guitar. He was looking at it and like he was checking, you know, making sure it was tuned right and properly. And I said to him, I said, "Hey, what's up with that guitar?" And he goes, "Oh, it's for sale here." And I said, "Well, okay." I said, "Are you a reseller or are you just like stocking it?" He goes, "I'm just stocking it." I said, "Well, what is it priced for?" And they said $299. I said, $299? I said, "Give me that guitar." So I grabbed the guitar, and then he looked at me with the sense of like, oh my gosh, like he was jealous. And I was kind of like, well, come on, man, you're volunteering here, and I'm here to like take undervalued things and sell it on eBay for a profit. What I didn't understand with this young gentleman, he's probably like 19, and for the record out there, I'm 30 years old. I know I look much younger. I did shave. I think I'm going to grow the beard out for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then shave just because it's really hot, and I don't grow like the manliest of beards. I kind of want to do like the clean cut look for a little while, and you know, I think it's fine. Anyway, back to the story with the young guy that was working at the thrift store. The guy told me the guitar was worth a lot of money, and I said, "Well, are you a reseller?" He said, "No," and that's whenever I grabbed the guitar in the first place. He knows it's a really valuable guitar, and I said, "Well, how do you know that?" And he said, "Because I play Guitar Hero." And I was just thinking in my head, like, well, when I played Guitar Hero, like I was in high school, like in the mid-2000s, and this guy, you know, was probably born in like the mid-2000s. So for him to play Guitar Hero kind of piqued my interest, and maybe that's why these are selling so good. This guitar currently, I just checked the listings on eBay. There are 34 of them listed and 189 sold in the last 90 days for $100. The story doesn't just end there. The reason I want to talk about this guitar today is because while the whole conversation between me and the young guy were going on about the guitar and his love for Guitar Hero, a older gentleman, I say older, he was probably like my dad's age, like maybe 50s, mid-50s, late 50s. He said, "Oh, I have one of those in the box at my house." And I'm thinking like, what do you mean? Like, one, a lot of people don't really know, you know, what this is, and two, what does he mean he's got like a new one in his box at his house? And I said, yeah, they're worth a lot of money. Like, I sell online. I tell people what I do because a lot of the times people think it's interesting, to be honest, and they kind of think you're just scraping by, which I don't really understand that. I mean, I don't do like super well, but I do pretty well. He said, "Oh yeah, I have that because my son wanted me to throw it away. He's about your age." And I said, "Oh, wow, okay." I said, "Well, I'll give you $10 for it." And I'm on my out-of-town trip in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. You know, I don't have time to like make like, you know, take a risk for one little guitar because yeah, it profits $100, but the amount of items I pick up on those trips, I can't really lose a store on that route, because then, you know, like the main mojo of my business gets it gets dampered a little bit, and then I gotta do a little more thrifting in my town, and that's a little tougher to do because there's not as many valuable brands, but there are a lot of things here. It's just you gotta know exactly what you're looking for. He said, "Yeah, I got one new in the box." He goes, "I think it looks like that one." He goes, "Take my number down and we'll talk about it later because I'm in a hurry and I have to go somewhere." And he said it kind of like nonchalantly, and he said the number fast. And I don't know if you guys know, but when somebody whips out like a bunch of digits, like it's kind of hard for me to like remember all of them. Now, back when I was younger and we didn't have the phones with the names and the contacts, you just had to like know people's numbers. You had to know a lot of numbers, but now I don't know anybody's number. I know just a few. I quickly pulled out my cell phone, I started jotting his number down, and then I said, "Hey, I'm going to, you know, call you and text you with my name so that you remember." He goes, yeah, we'll talk about it later. And I was kind of like, was this guy just coming in to flex on two guys at a thrift store talking about a toy guitar, or did he actually have a Guitar Hero guitar controller in the box ready for me to either buy for $10 or possibly like give to me? I don't know. About an hour later, I was in line to check out at a thrift store, but he actually called me, the gentleman that had talked about the guitar, and I was very surprised. But he goes, "Okay, do you want to meet up now to get this guitar?" And you know, I'm stuck in line. I have a cart full of items. I'm not going to just ditch like my haul to go meet up for this one guitar that may or may not be you know, legit or whatever. Maybe he wants to just like rob me. I'm not really sure. I don't know this guy. I said to him, "Well, you know, I was wondering, does your son have any more video games?" Because that's the key. If somebody has some type of video game, like an accessory, a game, they probably have a system or something. And guess what he said? He said, I have every single console, controller, and game that my son has ever bought and had through his life. And he said he's about your age, like 30 years old. And I said, wow. I said, well, instead of just getting the one guitar today, since I am running my business and trying to find items, I said, how about I just buy all of your games? And he said, oh, you want to get all of them? And I said, yeah. I mean, if he doesn't want them, I said, I'd be happy to pay you some money for them, but I do have to sell them to make some money on them. He goes, oh yeah, I know you have to make some money on it. I got really, really excited. I have not met up with the guy yet, and I know it's a bit of like a down, like, where's the photos and everything? I did ask the guy, I said, could you send me some photos? He goes, there's so much stuff. He goes, it's going to take me a little while. He goes, but I'm a man of my word, and you said you wanted to buy it, and I said I'd sell it to you, so that's what we're going to do. He goes, they're not going anywhere, so you don't have anything to worry about. Because I think I, offered to go to his house and, help him get all this stuff. Just because video games are super easy to sell, but at the same time, they're really fun items. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you didn't grow up with video games, maybe you think video games are, lame or for nerds or losers. But for me and my brother, video games were a great escape to just kill some of the summertime, the summer hours, and man, we had a lot of battles and a lot of emotions and memories. And quoting Phoenix Reseller, he was talking about memory cards one day, and he said those are my memories. So he didn't want to get rid of his old memory cards, but it's true. You put in hours and hours on a game, and then you finally beat the last boss, or maybe you never did, and you're like, oh, I'll get to him eventually. As an adult, I'll go back and play the game and beat them. I don't know. I mean, I'm really excited about it. I'm willing to spend probably if he has from Sega or Super Nintendo all the way up to PS3s, PS4s, and I mean, if he has good games, I'd probably spend $500 to $1,000. It just depends what he has, but at the same time, my plan is just to buy the lot and then maybe pick out one or two really special items, because my wife, she also has a love for video games. She worked at GameStop in high school and a little bit in college, so she definitely she bought some new release stuff that's new in box, and we also have the Pikachu Super, what is it now? The N64 Pikachu edition. Yeah, I never grew up with an N64. The first console I had was PlayStation 1, but yeah, she has the Pikachu N64 one, so that's a pretty cool thing. So that's my plan. I plan to meet him. I don't know. I'll probably give him a call this weekend and see where he stands. And in addition, this guy, he is also a big collector. The reason he was at that thrift store is because he collects war memorabilia. He's one of those individuals that would go to a lot of sporting events. He had season tickets to baseball and hockey, and he'd go to NASCAR races and WWE, and he'd get the 8x10s, pictures autographed, and I think he wants to show off his collection, and hopefully he doesn't have a problem selling the video games, because, I mean, somebody who, keeps all that stuff may have, that hoarder / collector vibe to them, where they just want to talk about what they got and see how impressed people are, but not really sell it. He did say he had a Mariano Rivera autographed baseball, so if he has a couple of those, I may spend a couple $100 to get one of those, because that's I'm half Panamanian, and he's a Panamanian guy that pitched for the Yankees. He was one of their famous closers, so that would be pretty cool, even just to see and maybe take a picture with. Whenever I do go see that guy, and whenever I do make that deal, I'm going to take some photos of it. I may take my iPhone 7 Plus and maybe do a little bit of videoing there, but I'm not going to if he's weird about it, I'm not going to do it. This guy obviously has a little bit of cash, and I don't want to freak him out by telling him about my small YouTube channel, wanting to impress people with this haul. But I'm excited. I'm jazzed about it. If you guys ever come across a video game haul before in your lives, it is exciting. I mean, some of those games can be worth a couple $100. Until then, keep on keeping on, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.